What's up, everybody? So hopefully you saw an awesome photo in my thumbnail, and today we're gonna go create that. Two things before we go. One, check out this sweet shirt, Last Planet Band. It's my buddy's band. Shout out to Court. Go check them out, follow them. The link to all their social and music is down below. And number two, I moved since the first video, so I'm building a new YouTube studio here, and that's coming soon. So a lot more content coming. Excited to show you guys. Let's do this. Okay, we made it. We're all set. I think I found the shot. Had to run all over the beach to find where it looked good. Got to be a lot closer to the houses than I thought, so I had to run down the beach. Way down there. But it's looking good, and now I'm just waiting for the lights in the houses to turn on, and I'll shoot that. I'm shooting with the Canon 70-200 on the Sony a7 III, because I have this little adapter, and yeah, hopefully it goes well. And there's a beautiful sunset in the meantime. Cool. Looks like people are just starting to turn their lights on the cliffside, so should be here maybe another 20 minutes or so. Just chilling. All right, I think we got it. Time to head home. All right, so I lied to you guys. I ended up staying there till it got completely dark and the houses were all lit up on the cliff. I ended up doing some long exposure shots for 20 seconds and 30 seconds. I think they turned out great. Let's jump into Lightroom and see. Okay, so I narrowed it down to my 3 favorite photos. This one, and this one. And I think I'm going to go with the second one because I really like the long exposure of the car lights on the edge of the cliff, as you can see right here. Okay, so let's start editing, and really what I'm looking at, I envisioned a orange lights on the cliff to contrast that with like a blue sky and blue ocean, and I'm going to do a sky replacement with a starry sky of a stock photo I have. So first I'm just going to touch up this and touch up the color, and touch up all these colors and make sure these lights look really orange. I'm playing with the orange, moving the yellow way over to the orange side, and just adjusting all the colors so that I have them the way that I like. I'll do a little bit of color grading, add a little blue into the shadows and orange into the highlights. And I'll play with the blending a little bit, and that's pretty good. Next I'm going to go into the effects and edit the texture just a little bit, add a little texture and clarity, just touch it up. It kind of has a natural vignette, but I'm going to add just a little bit more. And then I'm going to go to geometry and just do the level, and that looks pretty good. The last thing I'm going to do before I put in the sky replacement is I'm going to put a little radial filter over the houses and touch up the highlights and shadows just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Let's jump into Photoshop and do the sky replacement. So first I'm going to select this layer and go to select in the top menu and hit selected mask. This will put the grid over my photo. And then I'm going to use this brush to just drag over what I want masked to stay in the photo. That's pretty good for just a general mask. And then I'll grab the Refine Edge brush and just go over the edges to make sure I get all these little details and get these palm trees sticking up because those will look good. Now I'm gonna go over to the view mode and hit overlay, and that will give me a clear view of what's in the mask and what's not. Then you can go down below and play with how you want the mask to come in. And so I'm going to touch up the feather and the contrast just a little. You want to be subtle or else it just looks too much. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to hit OK. And there is our layer mask. Now I'm going to grab the Adobe stock photo I purchased of the Milky Way, create a new layer with that, and then position that under the mask layer. That way the cliffs are in front of it, and then I'll just position this how I want. I like the bottom of this photo because it kind of gets lighter and will make it blend better with the houses on the hill. Okay, that looks pretty awesome. Now we're going to go back into Lightroom and adjust the light a little bit more to make the sky match the scene a little. And now I'm going to put one gradient filter on the sky to bring down the exposure a little to make it match the scene a little bit more. I'll touch the texture and clarity just to make it a little less dramatic so it looks a little bit more realistic, and bring the saturation down. Okay, then I'm going to add one more gradient filter, and I always put these on backwards, and I'm going to flip it around. Then I'm going to bring down the exposure of the ocean, and I really want the ocean's color to match the purple of the sky, so I'm going to add a little purple hue so that the reflection in the ocean will match the purple of the Milky Way. And here's the final image. Cool. Well, I think that came out awesome. Happy with how it turned out, and if only I could snap my fingers and make it into a print. Prints are coming soon. I got more content coming soon. If you want to follow me on social media, my links are down below in the description. Don't forget to follow Last Planet Band. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.